Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Photography, where we talk camera, gears, lenses, and everything about photography. Um, I've been tightening up the structure, the segments of my show, and this week is going to be a good one. Okay, I guess I say that every week. I'm a little biased. That's right. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. That's right. You should be a little biased about your own work. Um, but I needed about a week off, so I apologize for my break. I had some things to deal with, some restructuring with my photography business and goals. You know, the new year, all a bunch of stuff just started coming at once, and you just gotta roll with the punches like a champ. And but this week I've had is about a question I keep getting about, you know, how do I find a place to rent? When do I how do I find a place if I want to open up my own space, gear, cost, etc. And that's why this episode is going to be about the benefits of using a photography studio, the pros, the cons, the ups and downs, the left and rights, because there's a lot of them, and that's what I want to go over. And this will be helpful for those also that are thinking about dabbling in learning flash photography. So this will hopefully lean into that a little bit as well. So I am your host, as I said, Robert Silver. And feel free, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, post it down below. Okay. I want to know. Okay. Right now, I want to say what's up to all my Facebook, my YouTube, and my Twitchers, my Twitch people. I believe I may have one or two, but hey, shout out to you. Okay. I already have a comment. Let's go check that out. Hey, Cooley Presley, what software do you use for studio management? Okay, now for bookings, are you talking about for bookings or in scheduling and for invoicing and everything else like that? If so, I don't use one. Not yet, you know. But if you're think if you have one to consider, feel free to send it my way. And if you represent one, maybe we could work something out. So you know, email me at info@robertsilverphotography.com, and we can figure something out. Okay. But thank you very much for that question. And I'm always looking ways to improve my situation and my studio. I'm always learning and I'm always growing inside my space. We just did some more construction. Me and my assistant Derek. So we've been working hard in the paint to make that studio awesome. Oh, okay, Cooley. I have seen Honeybook. Okay, I'll check out Honeybook. Let me see what's up with that. You know, maybe that'll help me out manage my studio even better. Right now, I have one monthly renter, and so far it's pretty manageable. And then I use PureSpace. PureSpace is a pretty good, has a good infrastructure where they kind of deal with most of the riffraff, and I just say when the studio's available. So shout out to PureSpace for that. Um, Daniel says, "Hey, what's up, Rob? Hey, Daniel, thank you very much. I was thinking about you because I can't see you anywhere else but here, so I'm glad to see you. Thank you for tuning in. It's going to be a good one. I guess I hope every show I do is a good one. So let me go get over some of the particulars, the commercial. Okay, let me get over all that madness. Of course, if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and follow me on Facebook, Robert Silver Photography, on Instagram at Robert Silver Photography, at TikTok, Robert Silver Photography, and yes, oh my God, I actually am on Twitter with Elon Musk at Rob Silver Photog. And believe it or not, folks, you can go ahead and support the show over at Patreon. That's right, Patreon at Robert Silver Photography. Okay, any way to support? I post regular informational, educational content to help improve your photography over at Patreon. All right, so. And if you're looking for ways to better improve your photography, I do have my group in-person photography workshops at Robert Silver Photography. And yes, let's go ahead and bam. Let's go ahead and check it out. So if you go to robertsilverphotography.com, which is very easy, just like that, and then you could go ahead you can check out what upcoming workshops I have, what upcoming live shows I have, and the recent work I just finished. I always post it, my latest work right there. And then right up top, you click that good old button says workshops. And then when you click that, guess where it takes you? To all my workshops. All right. Now you can sign up right here to my email list. That's cool. Thank you very much. And then you can check out all my latest workshops right down here. I have 4 of them. Okay. April 1st, I have that Explore Beauty Photography. We're going to go over commercial beauty photography and editorial beauty photography, and trust me, they're different. And we're going to go over that during that um, beauty photography workshop. We got a fantastic makeup artist, got beautiful models. It's going to be fantastic, so you don't want to miss that. I do have an intro to flash photography workshop just in a couple weeks at my studio. This one will be at my studio, a male portrait photography, and of course a natural light portrait photography workshop, and that will be in the summertime in San Francisco at the Botanical Garden. It's going to be gorgeous, it'll be beautiful, and it's a beautiful location. You simply can't go wrong. So, woo, with that said, those are just a few things that I have going on, that I have coming up. Also, I'll be going live, as you know, this Sunday. You don't want to miss this one. Okay, this is a live photo shoot, another live photo shoot, and I will be doing a fashion editorial live. Now I'm not going to do every look, but the first look or two, you will see how I compose, frame, light, all that good stuff. A fashion editorial, and we will be. Excuse me, blah. It will be with stylist Nora DeMarkey. She will be in the building helping style this entire editorial, and we're submitting it to several magazines for publication. So definitely, if you're looking to dabble into fashion photography, you do not want to miss that live show. Okay, that's this Sunday, 10 a.m. or 10:30. Check it on my YouTube channel, live. All right. So that is that. Let me turn that off. Bloop. Oh, and next week, I'm recording a video as I edit photos for my RGB light photo shoot. This is my first photo shoot that I did with um, RGB lights, and I had a great time. It was super fun, super. I learned so much from this, and I want to bring this to all of you. So I will be doing a video. I'll be uploading it soon enough. So stay tuned for all of that. Okay. So anyway, that's enough. Oh, here we go. We got a comment. Whoop. Looks like there we go. Andre, and just become a member of your Patreon. We'll save up to one of your workshops. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I'll give you a ding. And Andre, I'm going to give you this. This is a real special one. That's right. Money talks, and I appreciate that. And because money talks, since you're helping to support my creative endeavors, and it allows me to dedicate even more time to create more educational content to help you improve your photography. So, thank you very much. Another Mario ding. There we go. Thank you. That's a solid win right there. And oh, Daniel coming in. Oh my goodness. Wow. Thank you so much. You know, you guys, thank you so much. And a solid coin. You know what I mean? Give a. There we go. I need to get more Mario tones. If you guys know where more Mario tones are, definitely email me, info@robertsilphotography.com, and let me know what's up, because I want to use more Mario stuff. That's so fun to hear. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's right. Thank you very much, Daniel. Here we go. Let's turn that one. Cool. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate it. Now let's get right to it. Okay, don't forget, smash that like, share, and subscribe. Okay, I'm going to be going live, as you know, every Thursday and another day, whatever day that happens to be. You just stay tuned, say subscribe, and smash that bell icon to get notifications of my upcoming live shows. I will be doing more uploads. As I said, my next I have an unboxing actually of the DJI RS3 Mini. That will be the next video you'll see. So check that one out. And then I also have what's the other one? The RGB light. So I'll be screen recording and talking through me editing through Lightroom the photo shoot from the RGB shoot that I just posted up. Okay, so smash that like, smash that share, and subscribe. Okay, all right. Woo! I tell you, I feel like a ringleader, like it's Ringling Brothers out here. Um. Okay, this evening's product highlight of this episode is going to be, I'm not sure if you noticed, but here it is. But I actually bought new headphones, and these are so amazing. I have to share these with you, okay? Audio, here, let me see if you can see it. Here we go. Here we go. Audio Technica's M50X BT 2, okay? Meaning Bluetooth. These are Bluetooth. I could take this out or connect to my phone. Okay, now this had nothing to do with the episode in terms of like, oh, I'm going to talk about these. But I needed new headphones because of my I used the Rodecaster 2 as my mixer here with all the cool effects and everything. But I noticed like my voice sounded kind of hollow, and I was using the Audio Technica's M20s. They're entry level, very cheap, right? And here they are. Here they are. These, right? And that's what you saw me do every live show with. Okay, so I'm not gonna crap on them, but definitely as you do more filmmaking, you do more photography. You need quality stuff. Let's be honest. You get what you pay for. And when I heard about these, I went over to Guitar Center. Okay, and no affiliation, no sponsorship. I went to Guitar Center and freaking I listened to them. I just closed my eyes. I listened to them. I was like, okay, these are like $200. Let me listen to these. I was like, it made Bruno Mars. I was like, damn, Bruno Mars sounded amazing because that was the song they had on. But I heard all these instruments placed all over the place. I was like, wow, these are incredible freaking sounding headphones. Very good, like flat profile. Everything was placed where it should be. The bass sounded good and round. It was just marvelous, absolutely marvelous. And I was blown away. I waited a day, realized that I should have just bought them. I went back and bought them. And I got home, put it on my Spotify, and just closed my eyes and lie down. And I was just absolutely blown away by these headphones. For the price that they are, two solid brown thumbs up. Okay. This is, matter of fact, it gets a Randy Savage. Okay. So if you need some studio monitor headphones that are affordable, fantastic price, and they're Bluetooth, so you take these on a go and you're good. And if you need to karate chop in the daytime, you're good to go. No wires. These I'm gonna have to give a Robert Silver sponsor on this one here. So check them out. They're available everywhere. They're on Amazon. I'll post a link if you need some monitors when you're editing your videos, your video content, or if you're on the field and you need some good headphones to monitor your audio. Man, you can't go wrong with these, man. They're phenomenal. So shout out to them. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to talk about gear that's not just photography, but also video related because, as I always told you, photography alone will no longer cut it. You got to get into some video, folks. If you want to be able to double, triple X, you got to get into video. Okay. Looks like we got some. Let me turn this off. Thank you very much, folks, for putting up with that. Cooley says, "Have you tried Luminar Neo?" No, I have not. Is that a headphone or is that another studio management software? Let me know, Coolio. What is that? Send me a link if you can. Daniel, question: can you in the future do a live on how to incorporate my DJI Mini 3 Pro drone into my photography career? That would be a phenomenal talk. Okay. Matter of fact, Daniel, what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do the next episode. Tell you the truth, it's gonna be just an open Q&A. Okay, Daniel, please remember this question. Okay, and if you can, take down my email. All right. info@robertsilverphotography.com. Send me that question. I want to do a little research. And then let's talk about that. Bring that up. And the next episode will be a general um, open Q&A, and we'll just talk and banter back and forth, with all of you. Okay. But I think that's a great question. How do you incorporate that, your DJI Mini 3 Pro drone, into your photography? I could think of numerous ways, especially for your marketing. All right. That's one aspect I for sure would use. And that's why I bought the DJI RS3 Mini, was for creating marketing content and also for my video clients. Gosh, we're not even at the main topic, but don't worry. Let's talk about it. Here's one thing, Daniel. The um, w- reason why I bought the RS3 Mini gimbal was because I have a client that booked me. It's a big commercial client for a salon, a big commercial shoot. They need tons of photos for marketing, yada yada yada. I took care of them a year ago, and they rehired me to do some more update photos. Then they literally contacted me the next day and said, "Oh, by the way, we'd like video clips. Do you do video?" I'm like, hell yeah, I do. And then all of a sudden, that client's project doubled just because I can do video. They want video clips recorded. And that's before I get to the editing of the video clips. I quoted a particular price. I said, look, it's just for recording, this many hours, yada yada. We negotiated, all is good. So therefore, I was able to increase that one client to the point where that I would not have been able to without being able to comfortably offer video. I would have had to have outsourced it, maybe gotten 10, 20, 20% off, for 20% of the 100% of what they would have gotten, for a finder's fee or something like that. And screw that. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, as a photographer nowadays, a lot of your clients expect you to know some video. They really do. So you'd be losing out if you don't dabble in video. And drone, I have a drone too. I have the hell do I have? I have a drone. Anyway, it's right over there. I barely use the thing. It's in mint condition. So, but I have a drone just in case I need to get some quick B-roll that I would not be able to get any other way but with a drone. And if my client needs that kind of footage, I can pull it out and shoot it real quick. But the point is, I make sure that I get used to shooting video, how video works, movement, sound, composition, all that good stuff. Half the things you already know as a photographer. So your intimidation factor should not be as high as many people may think it is. But adding that to your product line is going to increase your profit 150%. Look what's happening now in the economy. So many, if you work for tech or in tech right now, so many people are losing their jobs. Nothing is ever guaranteed in tech unless you own the business itself. And even still, they might push you out. So it's like nothing is guaranteed. So it's best that you secure yourself with the ability to create as much independent income through your work as possible. And it's not going to be just photography unless you're phenomenal. If you're phenomenal and you're an expert in a particular field, let's say infant photography, and you're just the bomb at it, right? And you could charge a very high price, mazel tov, you're good. Okay, but in general, it's good to have a nice product mix. I do portraits and fashion and beauty. Okay. I don't dabble with the infants. I will gladly pass that over to someone who's stronger at it than me, right? Because specialists get paid more. But I'm telling you, you want to add video to the services you offer. You're missing out. Okay, Cooley. So that's editing software. Okay. All right, I'll check out Luminar. Somebody else hit me up with their editing software. I gotta check out. My workflow was so wrapped up in Adobe because they did such a good job at hooking me in there that I use Adobe's Creative Cloud Suite, so Lightroom and Photoshop. Daniel says, "Can you repeat your email again?" Okay, let me. Here we go. Let me see if this works. Info at Robert Silver Photography. Let me see if I can type this in and put it in a comment. Oh, there you go. Do you get it now? Yeah, there we go. It just hit everywhere. Okay, I just posted it to every platform, to Twitch and Facebook too. So info at robertsilverphotography.com, Daniel. So hopefully you got that. And awesome. Yes. Email me, man, and we will figure this out. Because the next, like I said, the next one will be about next week, it'll be a general open Q&A. Okay. All right. Let's looks like I am caught up. Who would have thought? Shout out to my Twitch gang. It looks like someone is over at Twitch. Thank you very much. And boom, boom, boom. Let's get today's topic, shall we? All right. Ah, yes. Let's get away from all that jibber jabber. All right. Let me remove this and boop, boop, boop. We have, let's touch him there. Cool. Okay, first I want to go over the news. We got some news. All right. We got some news. Okay. I need a news sound. That's what I need. I don't have a news sound. Okay, that would be totally awesome. I don't have a news sound. Okay, I will. That's the next thing I'm getting. Okay, so I'll get a news sound. So check out this news. So if you remember from, let's talk about Instagram. This is what we're going to be talking about. Instagram and how it affects us photographers. Okay. Um, remember this from last year? Okay. Remember this from last year? Instagram will no longer, here we go. Instagram is no longer a photo sharing app. Remember that last year, literally a year ago, you know, yeah. Is it a year ago? Damn, it was more than a year ago. Wow, a lot of time has passed. Instagram is no longer a photo sharing app, according to Adam, the head of Instagram. In a video posted in his Instagram, Twitter accounts, he said the company is no longer looking to lean into entertainment and video. Is looking to lean into entertainment and video content, like TikTok and YouTube. And everybody went buck crazy. Remember that? And I did too, because my engagement, my likes, my everything, my reach dropped like a rock. And guess what? As a photographer, that was damaging. That was damaging because this app was originally a photo sharing app. It was a straight up. It was started by a person, I believe. The guy who started it was a photographer and was into photos and wanted a place to share. So it was kind of ironic that it kind of pushed us out to the wayside, right? Um, and this is where the app is now, when they start doing full screen video experiences like IGTV, Reels, and Stories, became like TikTok and everything else, and Snapchat and whatnot. Even though the hardcore users, the base of it, didn't want to deal with any of that. But the features I don't mind, but like prioritizing the content and its algorithm really messed me up, and I'm sure a lot of other photographers too. And I mean, I heard nothing but complaints from other YouTube photographers around that time. But there has been a course correction. That's right. So let's get to that course correction. Course correction, okay? Boom. Check this out now. This just happened. Okay? Boom and a boom. Okay, check this out, folks. Check this out. So, look at this. Won't get rid of photos despite focus on videos, right? So only a few years ago, Meta has been shifting the focus of Instagram, which was born as a photo app, to complete short video apps to compete with short video apps like TikTok. However, this left, look at this, has left many users upset. And after Instagram reversed design changes, they made its app more similar to TikTok. That was a L, as you all know, right? That was definitely a L. That's right. So Instagram CEO Adam Mosseri, whatever his name is, has now admitted that the platform has been pushing too many videos on its users. Oh, no kidding. If he had only listened, right? Uh, and look at here. In the story, this is all from The Verge, ultimately. Okay. In a story posted by Masari on his own Instagram platform via The Verge, the head of platform acknowledged that there are a number of photographers who have been upset. Wow. Yes, we were. Um, about how Instagram has focused its algorithm on video. And also, according to him, the photos will always be a part of Instagram. Okay? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. In the same story, he says that Instagram over focused on video last year and that now the platform will go back to balancing the amount of photos and videos shown to users. Uh-oh. You know what that means, folks? Yes. Okay. So don't jump ship of Instagram. They realized they basically fucked up. So that is what happens. While they did all that funny stuff trying to be an app they shouldn't have been, we all sat by was like, yeah, what were you doing? Right? So feel free to post a comment. Let me know what you think about that news. How that may impact you as marketing your content through Instagram. I think that's a great news. One is they realized that was a freaking mistake. Secondly, that's good for us who's still on the app and using it to market ourselves, because then we don't have to sit there busy making popular dances and editing all damn day. We could post up our photos that we have passion for, and hopefully it'll be more equitable algorithm treatment with our content if we're not doing stupid popular dances and whatnot in videos. So I am happy to hear this because for years I've only posted straight photos, right? But in order to market myself better, I realized I had to push more video, whether it be me in it or me during my photo shoots. And sure, people like that, but at the same time, I felt like I was more obligated to do it because otherwise I would be looked over in the algorithm. So that was a lot of pressure to have to do that. So I personally hated it. Unless I wanted to. So if this is truly balanced, then that means if I want to post some video content, I won't have to feel I won't feel obligated to, and that's different, right? I like that part. Oh, we have a comment. We have a comment from Andre. He says Instagram was created and gained its reputation as a photo-based app. We photographers use it a lot to expose our work, and trying and changing that will be a bad move for their brand, in my opinion. 150%, absolutely. I agree too, and I think the crowd agrees with you, Andre. 100%, and that's exactly my point. I use it for exposure, to get my work out there, to get a fan base that enjoys my work. And me, I enjoy sharing and teaching and educating and inspiring other photographers to not only shoot better, but also make a business out of this. So 150%, I couldn't agree more. I was growing at a faster rate when I was able to only post photos all the time. And now it seems like the algorithm doesn't understand itself unless you're a hot, young, attractive girl. And then I don't know where the likes go. So, it all goes to them, I guess. But at the same time, it's harder to understand. It's harder to gauge. And I think if it truly is equitable and balanced, as he says, then then it goes back to us. Okay, are we posting content that people enjoy versus does the algorithm like it? And that was annoying. So I rather serve my viewers, my followers, than the algorithm of Instagram for sure. Here we go. Cooley says, seems like Facebook seems dead. It is and it isn't. It's still larger than any other social media platform out there, believe it or not. because in other parts of the world it's super big and it's integrated with WhatsApp and obviously Instagram. If you look at the back end of Facebook, I really like it because they have the Meta Business. What do they call it? They call it Meta Business. Let me see what this thing is. Meta Business. Yeah, Meta Business Suite, and it's really cool because it gives you so much detailed data about the performance of your content on Instagram and Facebook in one platform, and you could schedule all your posts. So I wouldn't say it's dead per se. Like I still use it proudly, and I would say don't consider any app dead and useless until it is completely done for. Really, because I think exposure is exposure is exposure. And believe it or not, there is a demographic of Americans that use Facebook more than they use Instagram or TikTok. And guess what they have? Disposable income. So you want to be on Facebook. And Facebook has morphed so much to be. I sound like I'm a Facebook fanboy. This is not sponsored by Facebook. But it they have morphed into being its own like a mini Google, if you will. It's a search engine. It's really good for advertising if you're paying for ads because you can really fine tune and target your market your audience really well through Facebook ads and then that obviously is integrated into Instagram ads. So when you create an ad, it shows up on Instagram too. So it's like it's really smart how it's evolved over the years and become helpful as a business. So as a business, Facebook is extremely relevant. Okay. Um your Facebook reviews will pop up with your Google reviews in Google, okay? And your Yelp reviews. So it's like all these things matter and can help you in the long run. So but is it dead? Well, in terms of cool factor, sure. I'm sure, the next no every generation after me is not gonna freaking use it, right? Or give a damn about it. But in the big scheme of things, on a global thing, Facebook is extremely relevant. Okay, it's just not the newest, shiniest, fast turning object like TikTok is. But look what they're doing at TikTok right now. The senators and legislators are doing whatever they can to chip away, and TikTok may not even be here in a year or two. So there you go. And Facebook is still here, and the only reason why is because it's an American-born company. So that might be its saving grace. So at the end of the day, that might be the one thing that's still here. So, dabble in all of them. They're all free, and trust me, they all have your info anyway. Okay. Um, Andre says these kinds of apps are always changing their algorithms and pushing you to spend money on paying ads. 100%. That's a solid yes. Absolutely. Either way, either you spend too much time trying to figure the algorithm, or you rely on faithful followers. Well, my friend, let me tell you one thing, okay? I'm going to rely on faithful followers such as yourself and everybody else who tunes in. I see my regular faces that tune into my small, humble live show, and I'd rather put my faith in all of you. That's right. That is literally why I go live and still do my thing. I don't have 100 million people watching live, but it's because the few of you believe in me makes me want to do another episode and gets me pumped up and juiced. So I rather put my faith in followers than the algorithm because that algorithm is going to change whether we want it to or not, and it's going to do the exact opposite thing we hope it will do. So, yes, put your faith into your followers. Build a small community of people that enjoy your work, appreciate your work, and also, produce quality work. And you'll be just fine because most of my work comes from word of mouth and repeated customers. Okay. No algorithm could beat that. All right. So hopefully, Andre, but I hear what you're saying. These algorithms are. I just learned how to, it's like learning how to jump rope, and now it's telling you, no, you should have learned how to double dutch, and now you gotta, no, you'll never keep up. Cooley goes, mixed feelings have mixed mixed feelings have over 3,000 friends and a get light response. Um, Mixed feelings about Facebook. Well, make sure you create a professional page. That's where the money is, not your personal profile. Separate the two. Your photography or whatever it is your business is, your brand, and then you have your personal profile. Okay? But your professional page is going to unlock all the analytics and a bunch of other tools, creative tools that Facebook provides for free that helps you to promote your business because they rather you have the ability to promote your business as much on their platform. So they give you a lot of information, a lot of data that's free. It's free. Data is power. That's why Twitter can last so long and not really make a huge profit because they have information. Information is power. That's why Google is number one in everything, right? Search engine, Google. Second search engine, YouTube. Information is power. That's why they reign supreme. So for you, you want power because that power is going to allow you to make certain business decisions that will either increase or decrease your profit. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Facebook, when you use Meta Business Suite, it gives you so much analytical power, which is information. I'm telling you, the next level of power is going to come from information in our world, in a world. That's why all the cyber crimes and all this stuff is so damaging because it goes right to heart of the power that what is it to the things that um, it's going right to our information. It's bypassing our physical and going right to who we are, our social security numbers, our passwords, our whatever. It's power. Knowledge is power. Information is power. So you want to be able to get onto Meta and check out what that information is providing to you so that you can make smart business decisions. Okay. Oh, this kind of content, no one resonates. It did on Instagram, but it doesn't on my Facebook. Well, clearly you need to change that up and make two different kinds of content. One specifically for your Instagram that resonates and one on Facebook that resonates. And then boom, it helped with me. I used to get one, 0.0001 person like, and then, next content zero. And now I know what's going to work. And it's because I'm reading the numbers. I'm reading that info. Knowledge is power, folks. Okay? Abuse these platforms because they're taking advantage of you. They're taking your info. They're compressing your photos. They're doing whatever they want to do. Okay? And they're selling our info. Well, damn it, then I'm going to use every tool they have to build my brand, right? And to get my name out there. So screw it. If they're offering it, I'm using it. It just seems logical to me, and especially if it's free. Because if it's free, it's for me. All right, as long as it's a positive thing. All right, folks. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of today. I apologize. I didn't expect this to be kind of like a whole like my other show, Marketing Monday, kind of a thing, but I guess it kind of did. So I apologize. All right. Let's get into the reason why we have today's episode. All right, let me remove this, add this other stream, and then we're gonna go to talking about the benefits of using a photography studio. All right, here we go. Now this blog is an excellent blog. I researched some pros and cons, trying to get my thoughts together, and this really helped me. This really I thought this pretty much summed it up, and we're going to discuss these talking points that this blog brought up. Okay. Oh, real quick, um, we got a comment. Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay, no worry, Cooley. It's all good. I appreciate any and all comments. No. I'm just recommending as a photographer or as a creative, let's not dismiss these platforms just based off whether they're cool or relevant or whatever. Let's get our main objective is to get more exposure to our work, right? So let's be on all the platforms. I don't really get Twitch 150%, but I stream to it because I know a lot of people enjoy watching content on Twitch. Okay, I'll learn more about Twitch as I keep using it, but what I'm saying is I don't dismiss it just because I don't understand it or anything like that. Okay, so use them all. Get the exposure your work deserves. Anyway, all right, let me turn off this thing here. All right, let's take a look at this blog right here. All right, so you can see here. Remember, tonight's episode is about the benefits of using a photography studio. Okay, um, there are some serious benefits. We're gonna go over these 8, and this is here. Let's make this a little bigger. This is from a blog from a studio owner over in London. Shout out to Drops Studios. They're over in London, right outside of London a little bit. Okay. Gorgeous space. Man, I wish I had a big space like this. My studio's not that big, but wow, it's a gorgeous. Woo, it's like heaven. But we're gonna go over 8 reasons. Okay. Now, here, and if you have any questions or anything, feel free to post them, obviously. Make sure you press that like. All right. Help a brother out here. Smash that share and comment too. I like to hear from folks. All right. Don't be stingy with your comments. All right. Let's get to it. 8 reasons. Here are some. 1. Okay. Here's one benefit. We're going to go over the benefits. Okay, it says hiring a London photography studio, but all these tips are really, it's universal. Okay, less variability. The main benefit of working in the studio is that you get to complete control over your environment. I love that. I love that. I love knowing that I get full control over how the space is, right? Whether to provide an excellent experience for my client and in my case, the models, right? You could change the lighting setup, use props, add new backdrops, fix color, lighting gels in place, and much more, right? Like I'm slowly adding more props, more modifiers, of course, light stands and stuff like that. And I love having that total control. And when obviously the contrast is when you're on location, you have almost no control. Yeah, you know the place, but sometimes when you show up, hell, the lighting can be off, or oh look, they just installed benches where I didn't know those benches were gonna be, or anything like that. Or oh my God, they're now doing street construction right here. That location's done with. So I love having that full control. And therefore, when I'm prepping my client in pre-production, do our emails and consultation before the shoot, I get to really already mentally, okay, I'm gonna need this, I'm gonna need that, I'm gonna place this here, da, 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 and you're already having a mind you're already predicting how the layout's going to be, and you already know it's pretty much going to be a good to go situation. You're not having road construction or sidewalk construction where you thought you were going to have your photography. This is very different than shooting outdoors where you are at the mercy of the weather. That's exactly what I just said. When you are outside, a windy, rainy, or cloudy day can completely ruin your shoot. Now, that's happened, well, almost happened. I was shooting at the Botanical Garden, and freaking when I shoot on location, I always bring one flash in the trunk just in case I need lighting. Now, it was sunny as everything over in the East Bay, sunny and beautiful, like an average summer day. As soon as I got to San Francisco, of course, if you know San Francisco, it's bipolar weather, so it was the complete opposite. It was dreary, it was foggy, the fog was rolling in, it was colder, good 10, 15 degrees. It was everything opposite of what I just drove from. So literally from the drive, different climate. Now, the lighting is much more dreary, overcast, etc., darker. I'm like, oh my God, now I have these 2 clients. It's not their job to be empathetic or sympathetic to my situation. They just want the photos that they expect, the quality of photos. So thankfully, I brought a flash, and that helped me to still produce some great images for them. But the point is, it's your job to have that foresight. in this case, a studio is going to give you that consistent expectability in terms of the environment you're about to shoot in. You won't have to contend with those stupid environmental issues. There are there there may also be members of public getting in the way of shots. Yes, we all been there. We have all been there. I've definitely been there when you get a passerby, and then all of a sudden they uh they want to start talking to the model, complimenting her, and all this other jazz. I'm like, look, man, you need to get stepping because we got photos to take care of. But we're in the public domain, and that happens from time to time. And unfortunately, I've been a part of that too many times than I care to imagine. Looks like we have a comment real quick. Oh, 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 Cooley said that I am in Hobart, Indiana, excuse me. Is there a way of looking up where you find a studio to rent? Well, you can check out my studio, but I'm in Berkeley, California, so definitely nowhere near you. Um, I'm gonna go over how to find the space in a minute. So you just hold on right there, Cooley, and I will recommend some ways for you to find a studio. Okay. So don't you worry, I got you. Okay. Right now, I'm just talking about the benefits of a few, and then we can go over how to get one. Okay, and if you felt like owning one, right? Because there are certain strategies I did to find my space, and it worked out really well for me. All right. Okay, let's get back to this. Boom. All right, here we go. Now from here, of course, you have complete. This is the best part. You have complete control over the lighting. Hello. Can't be mad at that. Most photography studios will have a wide variety of professional lights available. Yes, like with mine, whoever rents it has access to all the light to the lighting and most importantly, all the light modifiers and stands. Right, so that's always cool, and it gives you complete control over the shape of the quality of light used in your photographs. Right, that is the one. That's the awesome thing. And guess what? No gust of wind is going to come in and blow your gear over, which has happened to me on the field a few times. Okay. Another thing is you don't get any interruptions unless your cell phone's ringing. You don't get interruptions, just as I said. You don't get people passing by and trying to hit on a model or something like that, or bother you and say, "Hey, what are you doing?" Oh, I have a camera too. I don't want to hear all that. Okay, you have complete control over who is allowed in the space and gives you the models and clients some great privacy. That's another thing, depending on the style of your photography, if the studio is going to give you that. But I guess that's pretty obvious. You have client comfort. All right, that's another thing. Client comfort. Wow, the experience of having access to a photography studio as a photographer, I can't. Um, I can't. How can I say? It's underrated. Um, as soon as I had access to a studio, I was able to raise my rates 30% because I tried it and it worked. And then it worked consistently. So I first started out doing a a week, excuse me, correction, hourly rental. Like I found the place, I liked the owner. I was like, cool. Whenever I needed a space, I'd book his hourly, right? 2 hour blocks, 3 hour blocks, etc. Then I started to get regular bookings, and then I switched to from hourly to monthly. And I just paid, okay, once a month. I got so many hours, right? And that really worked out. But the point is, as soon as I got it, because of the amenities that the studio provides, the security, the space, the professional atmosphere, right? You look like you got shit going on, even though it may not be yours like altogether, but you just having that access and bringing them to it makes you look like a winner. It's impressive. It's nice. Got a nice couch, the TV, everything. It's about the experience. You're providing more of a value. The experience is part of the added value to working with you as a photographer because now you have access to a studio. The price goes up, the experience goes up, and wow, it's awesome. And that's one way to be able to hide the cost, that additional cost of the rental space through the increased price to your client. But definitely, if you're doing studio work, you should. And if you could have a regular access to a space, I recommend increasing your rates. That's a fact. Don't dig into your profit. Raise the rate accordingly to make it beneficial for you to rent that space out. And therefore, it's not even a question. You could put it as an item list if you wish when you invoice your client. You could totally go, hey, here's the rate for me, and then here's the studio rate. Totally fair. Absolutely. Okay. But if you do that, I'd say add, 10, 20% on the top and make sure you get a little something for getting that studio business. Okay. I do itemize my invoice like that when I'm doing more commercial work, stuff that involves me shooting for an entire day. I'm like, okay, here's my day rate, here's the studio rate, and on my PDF when I'm sending my price list, I always say does not include the studio rental cost in equipment rental cost. Okay, make sure you say that, okay, in your price sheet that you send to them for a quote. Okay, that's some money game right there, folks. I'm dropping you some sweet knowledge. Okay, um, so again, client comfort. When you add that value, the studio adds value to the experience for your clients. Guess what you do? You add more money. Okay, increase that profit. If you're just showing up to parks all the time, they may pay you, but I guarantee you, as soon as you could show up and oh, you got a studio. Oh, you got that. Whoop, okay, with the income, trust and believe it. Um, okay, next thing, opportunities to network. One unexpected benefit of photography studio is that you may have the opportunity to network. Um, Most photography studios with many photographer videographers. Oh yeah, yeah. You definitely can, absolutely. Like some meetups. If you go to meetup.com, they may be hosted at a photography studio. I know one here in the Bay Area that does like meetups, and they host it at his own studio. But he invites photographers and models to just mingle and meet each other. So that definitely could be a good benefit. Obviously, it helps you to save time, right? When you're in a professional photography studio, you already know where the place is, but also things are pretty set up. What I like to do is I show up early. If I'm shooting at 10, I'll show up about 8, 8:30, and then slowly get my stuff together, my lighting. I ponder, okay, I want this, that, and I experiment and everything. And then all of a sudden, when the model shows up for her 1 hour, 2 hour session or something, I'm ready to go at 10 o'clock because I've already prepped everything rather than rushing in. So when you go rent a space, I recommend if you're going to shoot at 10, if you can show up, a minimum 30 minutes, but 30 minutes is if you already know exactly how you're going to set everything up. Okay. But I would say an hour before personally, but just so that you can set it up casually, woosah, very common. You want things to be super smooth and just be like, ah, exactly. You want things to be relaxed. And therefore, your creative mind can get to the lighting, position of your which softbox you want to use, etc., etc. How many lights you want to use, the power, the what is it, the lighting ratios you want to use. So yes, it does help you save time, a big time. Okay. Because then you'll have everything set up by the time your creative team shows up, and it just makes you look more boss. You have everything ready to go. Yes, and useful amenities. Like I have a clothing rack, a steamer. I have a whole makeup area with what do you call it? A vanity that has built-in LED lights into the mirror. Like all these amenities adds to the value of the experience, which increases your value as a photographer. And they're going to talk about it. Oh, I went to the studio. It was beautiful. It was awesome. A beautiful. Make sure you got a good hair and makeup area. That's key for the models and for the makeup artists and hairstylists. They love that stuff. They go cuckoo for cocoa puffs. So I made sure to put some money into that. And then it just adds value to the experience. Okay. And then therefore increases your net worth, if you will, increases your value as a photographer, because it's not just about the photography, it's about the experience with the photographer that they're going to talk about. And here's the last one: motivation to work efficiently. Yes, when you pay for a photography studio, you want to work efficiently. Oh, I got 2 hours. We need to make this happen. Okay, I need these shots, right? Um, when when um, when so the client's paying for it, they're going to want to be more efficient. They don't want to mess around. Hey, if we need another hour, it's going to cost X amount of money. All of a sudden, the models work a little bit more efficiently. Your team works more efficiently. Look, we can't be messing around Instagramming and all this other stuff. So that really helps too. And ironically, that will bleed into your other style of photography. Believe it or not, you'll notice you'll notice that when you're working on location too, that you'll start to still have that same kind of trait or characteristics where you're going to be working way more efficiently, and that's just an overall good thing. One of the traits of a professional photographer is that they know when they got the shot. Okay, and especially at the beginning when we're starting to learn all the fundamentals of getting comfortable with photography, we overshoot to compensate for our insecurity in our work. So that's why I said you want to get to the point when you know you got the shot. You just feel it, you know it, you got it, move on, done. Okay. Shout out to Nigel Barker. That's where I learned that lesson from. Okay. Um, we have a couple of questions. Oh no, a couple of comments. Here we go. Oh, yes. Hobart, Indiana is a little bit of a drive for me, 100%. I don't think I'm making that drive anytime soon, Cooley. But at the same time, there are certain things that I'm talking about are fundamental, whether you're here, Indiana, or in Alaska. Okay, well, Alaska might be a little tough. I don't know what it's like out there. Here we go. We got another one. I am OCD day before. Oh, okay. Well, I can be too. Like I like things to be ordered and organized. Now, here's the thing. Right now, I just talked about the benefits of a photography studio, right? But let me share with you. Let's go down a little memory lane here, okay? Let's go to memory lane. When I just opened up my photography studio. Matter of fact, let me show you what it looks like. Okay. Um, Here we go. And I opened up my photography studio. There we go. Bada bing. Add to stream. Here we are. Okay, here's my photography studio, everyone. All right, you feel free to clap. There we go. All right. All right, I'll clap for myself. It's all good. You gotta be your own biggest fan. East Bay Photo Studio opened in October of 2022. Right. I got it. I got it the second week of I think it was like the 8th or something like that, October 8th, and then 2 weeks later, it was ready to be open. Okay, and I put it on Pure Space and stuff like that. So here's the space, right? It shows what gear basically comes with the studio rentals. I have MS300s. I have four of them technically, and then I have three Godox um, 600s, 8600s in there. Tripods, everything else. Okay, I have hourly, monthly rentals. I do private lessons, etc., etc., etc. Now, but before I got this place, I rented. Um, I rented, like I said, hourly, and I was a monthly renter for many years, and I managed the first studio that I would talk to you about, where he encouraged me to shoot, to play with the gear and really understand what these modifiers do. Uh, I ended up looking after the studio, managing it when he couldn't show up. I would watch the studio when other Pure Space or hourly renters would come and use the space. I would come and open it and maintain things and hang out until they left, and I would lock things up. So I learned from how to manage a studio by helping assistant studios. So I was very apt at what kind of gear was used, how pricing, but most importantly, how what kind of gear did I need to make a studio a pretty well rounded studio? You know, modifiers, how many flashes, that's a big thing. Um, what were the client's expectations? Because I'd be talking to them, so I would always hear, "Oh, I wish this was here. Oh, I like that this was here," stuff like that. Um, and then I use the spaces myself. And so over the years, I started acquiring all this knowledge. And the thing for me is that all the gear that I have, I didn't buy at once. I didn't buy. And when I got the space top of October, I've really acquired over 10 years of photography, light stands, C stands, all sorts of light modifiers, strip boxes, 7-foot umbrellas, freaking everything. Because I've had access to studios I was renting, so I was like, okay, I'll buy the gear since I've had a place to use it. So I stored it in a room um, for many years, like in my 1 bedroom apartment. I would just store so much of this gear and in some in my garage. So I've acquired so much gear because I knew one day I'm gonna have my studio. One day I'm gonna have my studio. One day I'm gonna have my studio. And then so yeah, of course I'm gonna buy this gear because I'm gonna need it in the studio. And I always thought mathematically it would be easier for me to open up a studio and get my own space if I already and it'd be less, actually it'd be cost effective if I already have all the gear that I've acquired over the time, not buying all at once, but acquiring a little here, a little here, a little here. Then getting my own space, having to come up with the first and last and deposit and all this other stuff, and then having to come up with another several $1,000s to get all the gear. I've already spent the several $1,000s, so all I had to really pay was for the first and last, my security deposit, and um, I paid mostly cash for all. No, matter of fact, yes, I paid 90% cash of all the other stuff I needed, which was the excuse me, which was like extra stools and hardware to build the stuff and to put the brackets up and everything like that. And I only put like maybe $600 on my Amazon card, and I already paid that off. So I went into this with cash, right? Therefore, in understanding the lease, I said, okay, I can do this. It was only a 6-month lease. I was very lucky, only 6-month lease for the space. And I said, okay, well, if this doesn't work, I got 6 months to see if it does. So far it is. Thank God. God is good. And then but I went in not with through credit. So if you can, you save up your money, save up your cash. The best investment you can make is on your own business. Believe that. No one else is going to appreciate and work harder for your money to make more money than you. Okay. So, and that's what I did. But this is 10 plus years. Now it's 11, but in the making. Okay, buying a light stand, buying another light. When I bought one 8600, now I have three, and it's like it's all because I was like, I want multi-light setup when I'm in a studio one day, so I better get that gear. I better get this gear. So that's why I'm saying yes, exactly. Like, oh, this is a great comment right here. First, Daniel, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I very much appreciate the support, brother. And then Cooley says, cash is king. You know what I mean? So, and that's very true. Cash is king, but it's great when you want to take that huge step forward and start a business because your photography studio is a business in itself. Aside from your photography, I branded it purposely, such as you have East Bay Photo Studio, which is totally mine, but then I have Robert Silver Photography, who happens to be working at East Bay Photo Studio, and I did that on purpose. So it required me to make two separate websites, logos, Instagrams, all my social media presence has to be separate, and I have to manage that too. It's a business, and I knew that going in because I saw how these other photographies had uh, had done it. Okay, and I worked in two of them that did a great job at running great studios. So that what I recommend, okay, is that you try look up in your area. Okay, I would do Google. Okay, you could try Instagram too through the search uh, function, but look up in Cooley's case. Where's he from? He's from Hobart, Indiana. I don't even know where that is, but let's just say um, photo studios in Indiana or Indiana photography studio, right? It'll come up with a bunch, and then just experiment or go through PeerSpace. PeerSpace literally services photo studios all day, so you could find one in your area and try renting one for an hour or two, see what you think, or go to a photography a studio photography workshop, right? And see how it goes, because then you can see not only what it's like to be in there, but someone's going to teach you how to create some photos and see what the real creative benefit is of being in a photography studio. And without, if you're not ready to monthly rent or open your own, a huge benefit is just having like a Rolodeck in your mind. If you need a studio for a client, right? That you can immediately go, okay, I'm going to call Rob. Let me see if his space is available. And then your client's none the wiser. Say, oh, okay, great. What dates do you have? Okay, awesome. Give me 10 minutes. I'll call you right back. Boom. And then you hit me up, or, you hit up whoever that local studio owner is, ask for availability. Boom, bada bing. You lock in your client. You're good to go. And that can give you a lot of leverage too. I'm just saying, maybe you take a trade shoot with a model or something, a friend, and rent the local space for 2 hours so that you could at least get to know that particular studio that you want to have in the back of your mind, as I just said, to refer to for a future client. Rent it out, get used to the gear, the layout of the land, and the amenities, etc., and then use that to pitch to your client. Oh yeah, I don't say I own a studio. What I used to say is I have access to a studio, and this is the things that are in it. Oh yeah, Wi-Fi, we got that. We got the steamer, we got the this, we got an iron. Yeah, we're good to go. And to them, they're none the wiser. They don't even care. They just want to know, do you have access, and is it a nice and safe place to work in? So think about that. But for me, this was a long journey for me to get my own place, and now I can't believe I felt like I should have done it earlier, but timing is everything, and I got it when I should have got it. You know what I mean? Cooley says the 8600, he loves them. Oh yeah, you know what? I love mine too, and that is can't deny it. But ever since I've been in the studio, I've been using the Godox MS300s, and those have been doing everything I need to, and because I don't need 600 watt when I'm in the studio, unless it's for like action photography. And Cooley says, been looking for a warehouse. Okay, if you're looking for a warehouse that's like commercial, or you might want to talk to like your local realtor, quite honestly, because they could find commercial spots. Like before I found my spot, right? Okay, let me show you something, everyone. All right, let's take that off, and I'm gonna look up. Okay, all right. Okay, active space. Let me see if they have a. There we go. All right, let me show you this. This is the place that I'm renting from. This is the company. All right. Cool. Check this out. They're called Active Space. What I did is I went to Craigslist. I went to Craigslist and I typed in photo studios, and I just started scrolling and searching for places that do monthly rentals. At first I was like, all right, let me just get a place that does another monthly rental. And I stumbled on, and then I was looking. I stumbled upon their branch that's in San Francisco, and they're like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh shoot, okay, San Francisco." and they had spaces. Look at this. So I was on San Francisco, and they're like, "Oh, we have one in Berkeley." I was like, "Oh, you got one in Berkeley? Even better. What's this?" And then it took me to this, to this to their main place. They're like, "Oh, shoot." And they have storefronts, and all this is creative spaces for artists to have affordable spots to do their thing. Whether you make leather, you're a photographer, a tattoo artist, whatever your thing is, it's affordable rental units for you to create. They have walk-in garages, you have storefronts here, and you have upper units. Mine's in one of these upper units, okay? And it started in Seattle. They got Seattle, Portland, Bay Area, but there are creative spaces for artists, art lofts, art spaces that tailor to us creatives that need a space to do what we do, but at an affordable rate. Now, but before I found this, I literally would drive around the neighborhoods and look for those realtor phone numbers on vacant warehouses. Okay, Cooley, and I just called them. I would just cold call them. Hey, I saw that space. I saw that commercial spot because it's a commercial. You're going to talk to somebody in commercial realtor or a commercial realtor, and how much is it? What's the square footage cost? Yada yada yada. You know, the last place I looked, it was so pricey. It was like 7 grand a month. I was like, yikes! Yeah, that's not going to work. But I love the location. This is close to my house. But the point is, that's how I found out. I would just either look around my neighborhood or in the neighborhoods I want to go. And then secondly, um, I went on Craigslist, okay? And third, I went on Google. And that's how I found some other creative spaces aside from Craigslist. I went on Google, just typed in artist studio, right? And some of them were just literally artists who had studios, or some of them were studios for artists. So I just started digging through and looking through and calling them up and saying, "Hey, what's the space about?" And there are other companies besides Active Space that provide affordable spaces for artists to do their thing. And the price I got, I am so happy. I feel so blessed to have found this space, and like I said, I had the money that I've been saving and like a squirrel. And I was like, yo, forget keeping it in the bank. I'm going to put it to work and invest in my own photography. And that's why I have this space now. But this is one space that I use. So if anybody's in the Seattle, if you could tell right here, Seattle, Portland, Bay Area, or San Francisco, I'm telling you, create active space is a great spot. Okay. Really great way to get in. Um, Cooley says, the quoted me $18 a square foot. Well, it depends. What's the total square footage? But it sounds like it can add up real quick. If it's 1,000 square feet, 1,800 bucks. Well, wait a minute. No, that'd be 18 grand, right? Am I doing my math right? Oh yeah, that'd be a lot. Damn. That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm blessed to found what I have because it doesn't cost that much. um, But like I said, find artist studios that have like a huge warehouse. Because a lot, what they do is they'll take a huge building, they'll cut it up 12 ways, and then they sell each unit, or they lease each unit to each creative, and then you're ultimately sharing the cost. Or go in with a buddy or two or three. Okay. And that's what I used to do when I was at my first studio. I was a monthly renter, but it was really we were all subsidizing the cost together. Okay, so get in with a buddy or two or three, and then or a few photographers in your community, and then go in on a spot. And now that $18 might be $6 each if it's three of you. You see what I'm saying? So that's another way to go. If you don't want to rent someone else's place, but don't feel bad if you just renting somebody else's spot. That's totally cool too. It worked for me for all these years, and it didn't do anything bad. Matter of fact, if my first photographer studio owner didn't have to close his down eventually due to certain personal issues, um, I would still be there. Quite honestly, I'd still be there. I enjoyed everybody there. I enjoyed this space. So you know what I mean. But now I have my own, and that's just because of pure. I don't want to say luck, but definitely like I said, I feel blessed having my own space. Um, but with that said, if you do find realtor, if you're looking around, yes, the commercial, whatever that commercial rate is, can be it. So think outside the box. Like if you live in San Francisco, how about you get it? If you're gonna get a commercial spot, do it outside of San Francisco. There's a photographer on YouTube too, and he got a space, but he found out like, wow, my business didn't really suffer by getting it outside of my major metropolitan, and but yet I was able to get a better square footage, right, for the same amount of money. And all I had to do was get outside of the city, like right outside of the city. So if you're in San Francisco and you do like let's say Daly City instead, well, the square footage may drop by $5 or whatever, and thus making it more affordable and more appealing to you. So, think a little bit outside the box. If people will come to you for your work, they will find a way. People buy what they want to buy. If they want something, they will find a way to buy that something. Trust and believe it. Just let your work be the best promotion you have, and but be very strategic and logical when it comes to finding a space, because it's going to cost you to run and maintain it, and you have to keep it going until that lease is up. So yeah, even during the bad times, and that's why I still eat like a squirrel in the winter, because you never know. You remember that? Remember in what was that show? Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. I'm always spending like winter is coming, like winter is on my back. You know what I mean? And because that's probably the smartest way to go, especially when you want to run a studio. But if you don't want to deal with that pressure, folks, if you don't want to deal with that pressure, then go ahead and rent hourly, okay? Or rent hourly. Again, look up Bay Area photography studios or San Jose photography studios, etc. You'll see a lot of photographers sometimes pop up, but that also means sometimes they actually rent their space, like me. All right. And that could be a huge benefit for you, because ultimately, going back to what I said at the beginning, if you could add more value, okay, more services to your client, to your potential client, it's going to only allow you to be able to increase your profit, increase how much you make. Okay, because me, I like being able to make more per shoot, not shoot more, unless I want to. If I want to shoot just because I feel like shooting more this week, cool. But I don't want to. I want to be able to maximize each client that I get, meaning add more value for that client. Oh, you need photography. Oh, you need video. Oh, you need studio work. You need headshots too? Oh, yeah, I can do that. Oh, you want to do some on location in front of your business? Sure, I can come and do that. And now I can juggle all these particular um needs and wants of my clients without skipping a beat. Okay. I won't have to worry about, oh, they want to do studio work. I haven't really practiced that. That's what I'm saying. Go right to studio every once in a while, bring a model there, get some photos for you to market your work, but also for you to get more attuned to a studio. All right? Because it can be intimidating. There's so much gear, it can be intimidating. All right. And if you have any questions, you just, holla at me. Email me, info@robertsilphotography.com. Or, as I said earlier, hello. You could also check me out at Patreon right there. Okay. Robert Silver Photography. So make sure you come in and support a brother, please. Please. All right. That would be a serious win. Thank you very much for you and me. All right. Um, Hold on. Let's see. Let me see if I have any comments. Okay, it looks like we're caught up on the comments, which is good. Thank you very much. Now, if you have any comments or anything, let me know right now as I drink this water. Let's unmute you real quick. Always gotta stay hydrated. Boy, I love water. When I was young, I hated it. Water's so refreshing. Anyway, I had some bomb tea yesterday. I had some great tea yesterday. I wish I could reach it just to show you. It was so good. Oh my God, it hit like in a particular way. I'm trying to drink more tea and less coffee. If you're with me, let me know, okay? Because the coffee sometimes gets me and the crash is horrible. The crash is horrible. I'm about done with the coffee crash. But tea is just super chill. It's just, I don't know, it's hot and refreshing and it'll still give me some kick. So anyway, shout out to all the tea drinkers out there. Serious win for us tea drinkers. All right. So with okay, looks like we're all caught up. Everything's looking good. We are about an hour and a half into this madness, which is ironically shorter than all my Let's Talk Photography podcast shows. So who would have thought? Who would have freaking thought? Oh, we do have I think we do have a here we go. Oh, Cooley says black tea all the way, baby. Okay, well there you go. Shout out to black tea. Okay. I'll give you that. I got some. You know what? I'm gonna show you my tea, guys. Okay, I'm gonna show you some tea right here. Oh, give me 2 seconds. All right, here we go. Look at this. This is called Get. Okay, here we go. Get Burning. Let me know if you know about this one. Um, Herb tea for metabolism comes with like 36 bags, right? This stuff right here is fantastic. I was down and out. When I mean down and out, I mean down and out. Rocky, Drago, like down and out, straight up. Okay, and I had this plus some, of course, some vitamin C, etc. The next day, I was back at it like a champ. But on Monday, man, I was knocked out, man. But I had some of this. I drank a lot, but this thing had me winning. Had me feeling terrific. So where did I get? I think this is not Trader Joe's, Sprouts. I think it was had this. But check this out. This has nothing to do with photography, I know, but you know what? There are some things I just want to share with you because I like sharing about things that actually are helpful, and it has the most interesting smell. Ooh, oh, it's oh, that's like cinnamony and like a mother. It's like cinnamon and bunch of herbs. Don't put your nose dead up in there. Don't do it, folks. Don't do it. But I tell you, it is amazing. I love it. Okay, check this out and let me know what you think. Get Burning. Okay, I don't know them. There's no sponsor, no nothing. I'm just saying I really liked it. I really liked it. Now I'm gonna keep messing with that. Okay. Oh, Kerrig all the way. Okay, I'll check that out. I'll check it out. I got my tea game is getting stronger. I got a few of them up there, but this week we're going to talk about this one. Okay, we're going to talk about Get Burning. Affects your metabolism. And what else does it do? Herb tea for metabolism. All right. So there you go. Anyway, now I'm just messing around, folks. It looks like we are caught up. Remember, that here we go. Are we at the Oh my God, we are. Look at that, folks. Who would have thought we made it this far? Um, Remember, I have my photography workshops coming up. Okay. Group workshops. They are at robertsilverphotography.com. Check them out for yourself. All right. My next one is Intro to Indoor and Studio Flash Photography Workshop. That's just in a couple of weeks. And if you haven't already, follow me, folks. What are you doing? On Facebook, Robert Silver Photography. That's my professional page. Instagram at Robert Silver Photography. Make sure you go ahead and follow me. I'll follow you back. Just holler at me. Let me know you're watching the show. I'm on TikTok, tickety tick tock tock. at Robert Silver Photography. I am on Twitter with Elon Musk. We don't rub elbows, but we're tweeting on the same platform, Rob Silver Photog. And the best way to support me, honestly, is through my Patreon. That's going to be a private community. I'm still getting the functions together. I just got a Discord going, so I want to have private, cool chats of us about photography, answering your questions directly, and I'm doing some live chats specifically with my Patreons and so forth, and producing content for you folks to get better at your photography and to up your money game. That's right. And don't forget to tune in that when this Sunday morning, okay, I believe it's 10 o'clock, 10:30. This preview is already on my YouTube channel, so go check that out. I'm doing a live photo shoot, a fashion editorial with stylist Nora DeMarchi. Okay, you don't want to miss that because we're gonna be actually submitting these images to a magazine or to a couple of them for a chance to be published. So if you want to sit back and watch me shoot an editorial, well, definitely you want to tune in this Monday live on my YouTube channel. I mean, Sunday, excuse me, Sunday on my YouTube channel, folks. And yes, prepare for a video of me editing my RGB light photo shoot I did with Audrey. That will be coming a very soon. Okay, folks. Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, no, that is not Indiana. Okay, great question. That's not Indiana time. It's Pacific Coast time. It's California time. 10 o'clock California time. So that might be 12 o'clock your time. Okay. All right. So double check on that. But make sure you press that bell icon and get notifications. All right. And make sure, oh, last thing is before you head out, press that like, share, and subscribe to my channel, folks. That is the best way to tell the algorithm, hey, you know what? Robert's doing an okay job. All right. So thank you very much. Until next time, keep shooting, stay creative.